Alright everyone, this is episode number 102 for the final time on F122. This is the series finale at Abu Dhabi. If you missed the previous episode though, at Brazil, I recommend you go and check that one out before seeing this one because, spoiler, Max Verstappen came out on top as we made contact with Charles Leclerc, and as a result Verstappen has a 1 point lead in the championship compared to myself. As we move then into qualifying then at the last race, Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi's been a good track for me. I kind of feel that the revisions that the track has made sort of suits my driving style for this game. We'll have to wait and see what happens on F123, whether we go back to a more traditional sense, because on F122 what I found was that tracks where I was horrible at, useless at in previous games, I was actually very good, like Silverstone. Used to be a bogey track on F1 2021 previous games. F122 was actually good. It was a very good track for me. Winning multiple races there for the first time in a career mode. And the same with Abu Dhabi. I've never really won here before in a career mode, but yet, despite the fact that I'm actually been quite successful here over the years as well. But anyway, as we come in then to qualifying, I hate that corner. I wish that's the one corner I wish they had actually redone, that little sort of kink before in between the two DRS zones, because it's such a nasty corner to drive. This is such a lovely flowing corner. As well as then we move in towards the final sector, and surprisingly, I'm not normally fast in the final sector. It's usually either the first or the second sector compared to the AI. But here, for some reason, I was faster in the final sector than the AI, as we were a tenth and a bit up as well. Almost purple final sector, and we come across the line for P3. That's a fantastic start position. We haven't got, I'm not somebody who goes and gets pole positions really in this career mode. So yes, P3, our teammates up there as well. Leclerc down in P6. That could be disastrous for him. He needs to win the race comfortably, and hope that Verstappen and myself finish down in third or below. So, we'll see what we can do from third on the grid. It's time for the race. It's time for the championship finale. Who will it be? Will it be Verstappen, myself, or Leclerc?
Welcome to the Yas Marina circuit for the finale of another thrilling Formula One season. It's been a breathtaking year, and we end it at a track that has been the scene of many glories and heartbreaks over its history. It's time to end the season in style. It's time for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. The drivers will be racing here at Yas Marina circuit through 21 corners and a lap distance of around 3.4 miles. There are a few opportunities to pass, with long straights and DRS zones in two places, turns 8 and 11. Plenty of close racing then, plenty of speed and plenty of drama to be found in the laps ahead. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And the smooth operator Carlos Sainz completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Phoenix, Tsunoda, Lando Norris and Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, Vettel, Russell and Felipe Drugovich, Gasly, Hamilton, Alex Albon and Mick Schumacher, Stroll, Magnussen, Esteban Ocon and Guan Yu Zhou, Latifi and Robert Schwartzman. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. Anthony Davison joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you here with us today. But I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the rundown into turn one, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It will keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
There's still a chance we can win this championship, so go out there and bring back the title.
It's not just any title, of course. Trying to match one Manuel Fangel's record of winning 4 World Championships with 4 different teams as well. Race strategy, of course, is going to be our normal one-stop for one final time, as will be revealed on Monday's episode. From medium to soft tyres, we're going to lower the fuel limit as well to give us a little bit extra speed, less weight down the 2 DRS race. So 5 red lights then for the final time on F122, and away we go. It's an okay start. We're trying to have a look at Sainz, but Sainz cuts across. He's able to retain P2. For now, we've got one of the McLarens. I think that's Tsunoda actually, ahead of his teammate of Norris. There is Tsunoda, because there is Norris going 3 wide with Leclerc and Piastri, and Leclerc has lost out to both of them. So that's not a good start for the Monegasque driver who's in his final race in this career mode. As well, in actual fact, he's been attacked by Drugovic as well. Go on, Felipe, give him a run for his money, mate. As we speak, behind us, a long way behind, Kevin Magnussen was thinking about moving on Mick Schumacher, because Schumacher dived down the inside, and then there goes Ocon. So Magnussen has lost, instead of gaining a place, has lost position. Meanwhile, up at the front, although we're like 1.5 seconds to Sainz, Verstappen cannot shake Sainz at the front. You know, he wanted to be building a huge gap at the front and comfortably winning this race. That hasn't happened. We've actually closed up because our tyres are coming into their right window as the soft tyre runners are going on. So, you know, we were having DRS on Sainz. Did have a little look at him, but I wasn't close to him in the straights. Unfortunately for us and Sainz, he's come out on the hard compound tyre, which, you know, is so Ferrari. You know, we wanted him to be on the... If he was on mediums, he would be able to challenge Verstappen comfortably. As there is Pierre Gasly. He is out of the race, and so is one of the Alfa Romeos who's pile drived into the back of him. What on earth happened there? Well, Gasly was retiring. You can see he's retiring. You see he's going slowly. And Schwartzman just takes the racing line and just smashes into the back of him. Stupid from Schwartzman there. That, however, has brought out a safety car. Can we get in front of Verstappen? It's 20.7 seconds is the gap. That gap's going to reduce. Russell will also pit. They've also got to go to their deltas while we're in the pit lane. So we should definitely be able to jump Sainz, but can we jump Verstappen as well? That'll be the question. Well, if we can't, we'll be right behind him. We exit the pit lane. There's Gasly's stricken car at the end of turn 1, under the thing. And now we're going to use a bit of battery. Can we get in front of Verstappen? There he is on the right hand side, but it's not good enough for Verstappen, and we've retained the lead. So behind the safety car, this is all changed, because we've jumped both Verstappen and Sainz, and as it stands, we will be a 4-time world champion. Verstappen has to overtake us now if he wants to be champion as well. The safety car is going to come at the end of lap number 10. It's important that we catch Verstappen napping, and we floor it now across the line, and the gap's growing, already taken a 1/10.5 out of Verstappen going into turn 1, and we've got the better tyres as well. Now the focus is behind who's going to finish on the final podium, because Tsunoda and Sainz are having a bit of a squabble. Verstappen doesn't seem to have an answer for us as well, and you know, they're squabbling so much that there is Norris. They're 3 wide down the second DRS straight, and I think Norris has got both of them. He has a lovely little move by our compatriot there as well, but Verstappen 3.5 seconds away is our main rival, and he has absolutely no answer. Nobody can stop us now, because, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to round the final corner, we're going to cross the line and win a 4th straight world championship. What a way to round out my 4th straight championship. Can't quite beat Ara's record of 5 in a row, but we do match Fangio's little record of winning with 4 different teams, which is a record that still hasn't been beaten in today's Formula 1. So it's a 7-point lead. Leclerc really had a poor race, a poor weekend in the end. And for Norris, well, you know, he saw how he was. He was leading the championship comfortably at the start and now has seriously bottled it. McLaren will be happy though with P2 and the constructors. A much better performance from Noda. He got 101 points for a man who spent the majority of this career mode scoring absolutely nothing. To win 4 straight championship, it was easy. Our first 2, we won them before the final race. But this one, and of course the one we won last season in season 5, are definitely a couple of the most satisfactory moments that I've had to date on this channel. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where I am going to leave it for today's episode. Winning yet again. F123 will be out next week. That will be a different challenge. Definitely going to be a lot harder on that game than it has been on F122. I'm going to leave you with this little stat screen, as I always do at the end of these career modes. 4 drivers' championships, 2 constructors' championships. There's a little bug with that one. 3 pole positions, which I think is a new record for me. I know I'm not very good at qualifying. 24 race wins is definitely a record. It's also 30 fastest laps. That is not actually that many. 9,500 miles driven, almost 2,500 laps driven, and improved qualifying and average grid and average finish, I must say, compared to previous years. So, I feel that my driving has improved. It's now trying to take that to the next level that we will do on F123. All will be revealed on Monday in the channel update. So until then, I hope you have enjoyed this series. If you've watched every single episode of this, then you are an absolute legend. So yes, until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy your day, and goodbye.